These are your people, Madam Speaker. Hi, everyone. I'm not Robert Costa, and I apologize for that. I'm Katie Couric, and I was thrilled to pitch it for Robert, who couldn't make it tonight, because, I mean, it's such a privilege whenever I get a chance to have a conversation with Nancy Pelosi. We spoke a few months ago on my podcast about her memoir. It's not a memoir, her new book, The Art of Power. And, of course, we're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. In fact, I thought I'd start by asking you, who's going to win the election, Nancy? Just kidding. I am going to get to that momentarily. But first, we're going to talk about this wonderful book, The Art of Power. You have had such a, may I call you Nancy first and foremost? I don't want people to think I'm being disrespectful. Yes, you may call me Katie. You have had such a fascinating life. As you've said, quote, housewife to House member to House Speaker. But that is not the story, Nancy, you chose to tell in this book. Why is that?
Well, first, may I just say how much fun it is to be here with all of you. What an honor it is to be here with Katie. NY92, what a place. Jody, thank you for your kind introduction. Jody, as you know, she was a leader in dance, and I do believe that you cannot dance too much, so maybe we'll resort to that tonight. But it's always a pleasure to be here. This is a great sense of community here tonight, and in that spirit, I look forward to our conversation. The question that you asked about the book is that I actually was just setting the record straight from my perspective on 4 things, 2 domestic and 2 foreign, 2 global. And I was writing the story about Affordable Care Act and then the TARP domestically and the China policy and the Iraq War, which I was in very grave disagreement with the President Bush on that, but we are friends otherwise. So I wanted to write about those 4 things. But I didn't have time when I was speaker to do that, so I did it after, and they said, well, you can't have a book and not talk about the years with, you know, what's his name, and you have to talk about January 6th, and you have to talk about what is happening now, but you also have to talk about what happened to your husband. And so it's sort of a, I want you to know I was in the room when it happened on these other things, and this is my story on but how I saw it, and then some more current things. But there were so many other things I wanted to write about, the greatness of my members, their courage, and the rest of that, and that remains for another book and some other issues.
Glad to hear that you disagreed with the Iraqi war.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so you...
Don't worry about that. I'm from San Francisco. I'm used to this.
We have an opportunity for the audience to ask questions, so we'll wait till the end of our conversation to do that.
See, they'll get what they want because all the press will say is that we got interrupted.
All right, so you never know what to expect at the 92nd Street Y. I'll wait a second to continue.
us bow our heads for the hostages and be prayerful about the hostages, which they never mention. So.
Gosh, there's so many things up.
I love you too.
There are so many things to talk about, and we will talk about the Middle East